Hey guys, it's Battlehard here. Today I have another Medal of Honor Warfighter video, and this is the part 2 continuation of my Was Medal of Honor Warfighter a Fail. Now, in the first part, I covered all the bad parts about it. In this part, I'm going to cover all the good things about it. Now, let's start off with mechanics. The maps, I really don't like most of them. They just... On certain game modes, a lot of the maps, they don't really play well. I really can't even play Basilian Aftermath on Hotspot or Sector Control or Combat Mission. I can't play it on any of those three. Shogor Valley, you can't really play Combat Mission and Hotspot. It just doesn't seem to work. A lot of the maps are like that, where it's just too open where the objective is on the Hotspot and Combat Mission, and you just can't really play it on that because the objective is like right in the middle of an open street and there's no cover for the attackers or the defenders, and you're just basically screwed if you run out there. Now, aside from that little bit, there are some maps that play really well on Hotspot and Combat Mission. Most of them play well on Sector Control, and I haven't found a bad map, except for maybe Hara Dunes, to play Team Deathmatch on. And actually, Team Deathmatch is currently my favorite game mode on this. I mean, I've always been an objective type guy, but for some reason, Team Deathmatch plays so well on this game. And the way these maps are built, it just fits this game mode perfectly, and I absolutely love it. Another mechanic that I absolutely love is the fire team system. It's just having two guys. That just really is nice for my style of gameplay, having two guys, because Battlefield's 4-man squads are perfect, but that's if you have a mic and you have 3 other guys who are your friends who also have mics. That's when that really works out well. You have to be kind of more professional or really know what you're doing. For just going in single playing, or maybe like you and another buddy, Medal of Honor Warfighter really fits that role. It's really good in that aspect. Now, sliding. You either love it or you hate it. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I mean, it's helped me a lot, and it makes for really tactical approaches. Sometimes, like, if you're being shot at, you're running across a doorway, you can slide, and then you might actually live, as opposed to just getting shot while you run through the doorway. You can slide between cover points. It's really well in that way. And sometimes, I guess, I haven't really tried this out too much, but you could kind of, like what they do on drop shotting, you could slide shot. I've never tried that. Also, one mechanic, now, I've just been judging this off of the hip fire reticle, but if you've noticed, and this is for 90% of the weapons, when you're standing up, you've got your basic reticle as normal size. When you crouch, it gets smaller, and when you're laying down, it's the smallest. So that makes me think, is your accuracy actually better when you're crouching, and even better than crouching when you're prone? I actually don't know the stats to back it up, but from what it looks like and what I've managed to gather, I think so. So I'd really recommend crouch shotting a lot before you shoot. Like if you're in a fixed position as opposed to standing, just crouch down, and that's gonna do way better on your accuracy, unless I'm completely wrong, which hopefully I'm not, because that'll just make me look like an idiot. Now, okay, next up is gun balance. A couple of the guns strike me as overpowered. The MP7 is pretty much the dominant weapon right now in the Spec Ops class. The M416 is pretty much what I see, the only gun I see on the assaulters. Machine guns, I see a little bit of variation there. I really haven't seen any shotguns like the AA-12 at all. I've actually never seen the one used, or I never have been killed by it. And then obviously the TAC-50, we all know about that. It's a super overpowered 50 caliber. Even though it does have some validity to it, it basically makes it so that one person can be on the other side of the map or right in your face, and they kill you either way. You can shoot them in the foot, and I think it still brings them down to like 90% health or something. It's still disgusting. It just completely destroys everything. If you hit them in the chest or the head, they're gone from any distance on the map. So I really don't like it. Now the classes, you already know the 6 classes. I'm not explaining that to you. The only ones that strike me as overpowered really would be the demolitions and the spec ops. Those 2 are kind of overpowered because of their abilities. And then there are 2 that are underpowered, and that would be the heavy gunner, and the sniper, because their abilities are pretty bad. I mean, they are good in logic and in theory, and if you really think about it for a second, they do have some validity to them. They're ideas behind the bipod, giving the snipers the ability to sense everyone and the machine gunner infinite ammo, but it just doesn't work out the way these maps are so small. Now on a battlefield map, or even like Metro, where there's just so much open space everywhere, that would be perfect. They'd be honestly overpowered, but for this game, they're super underpowered, and I honestly would say, I know they're probably not going to do this, but they really need to patch it and give them 2 different class abilities, because unless they're going to give us a bunch of new large maps, like not the size of Caspian Border, but open maps is what I should be saying, just more open, because like, for example, right here in this room, if I bipod in my machine gun there, someone's going to walk in with a Spec Ops class or an assaulter or a point man and just shoot my face off if I'm bipoded with an LMG. And if I actually try to bipod with a sniper, I only have a limited range of movement, and then someone's going to come behind me or shoot me in the face, and it just doesn't seem to work out on the type of maps that exist in this game. Now, I really want to hear you guys' opinions on this game, because I had mixed feelings at the beginning, and yesterday I was pretty down about it. I had a couple really bad matches. I started really thinking honestly think I made a mistake purchasing the game, but I played it again today. I always give games a second chance, and I turned out to have some fun with it, and I really had fun this last 2 minutes of the game right here. I basically camped super hard. It's the only way that I was going to kill a bunch of people, and this was like my last push. I was like, okay, 2 radar jammers. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to kill like 4 guys, and I'm going to try to help our team just maybe pull in the lead, but we don't end up. If you watch their red bar, it's faster, going way faster than our blue bar is, so we do end up losing. Now, my grenade there is pretty much a fail. I thought that window was open. I missed the first time. The second time I actually hit the window. I still didn't kill him. But I just had to point this out. This is like really fun for me. Now the last mechanic, and I just remembered it, that's why I kind of stalled with talking about my little camping thing here, is the offensive and defensive. I really like the fact that you can have like your choice of either like a radar jammer or a mortar or a switchblade or a smoke screen. I really like that, because you don't always need a switchblade. Sometimes you need a smoke screen. So I really like that. Now the fire team replenish isn't so good. I don't like it. You can just find anyone, go up behind them, and it'll replenish your ammo. So honestly, it's useful in very rare situations, only when you guys are separated by an entire map, which you never should be in the first place. So that's my opinion on Medal of Honor Warfighter. So leave me your comments down below whether you like the game or hate it. Thanks for watching.